it's Chloe, and we're back with another video. You guys, I want to get into two clips, okay? Taylor's clip talking about why him and Ace decided to get rid of Jeremiah, and Chris' clip as to why he didn't carry Huda through the water, okay? But before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing well, I'm doing okay, and we got to get into these clips, so let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and listen to Taylor discuss why they decided to get rid of Jeremiah.
So really, Ace wasn't even the one that really like led the whole conversation. To be real, it was both of us, mainly me and Ace, who led that conversation, and it was like our decision was based off of. So Pepe had a really strong.
So the first thing I want to point out is that it was Taylor and Ace. He didn't say Nick. He didn't say Nick led the conversation, which is going to be very important because when we talk about Nick later on in his relationship with Jeremiah, it's very clear at this moment that Nick wasn't rooting so much to get Jeremiah out the house. So the animosity that Jeremiah might feel towards Nick because he was part of the pack that allegedly got him dumped from the island might change, okay? So let's go ahead and finish listening to Taylor
Connection with him. Like that was a really strong connection. So it's like, we can't send Pepe home because he really does have like a super strong connection. Austin has explored every situation he's been put into and has tried. And then with Jeremiah.
No. See, that's the thing. Austin should have went home. He didn't have a connection. There's no such thing in has tried. Okay? He's tried and the connection didn't happen. Y'all decided to get rid of someone who had a connection, which was crazy. But that just doesn't even make sense. But go ahead, Taylor. Let you finish telling it.
It was like, first 2 weeks he was locked in with Huda, didn't want to explore anyone else. And then with Iris, it was like he wanted to explore Iris. And then as soon as Andrina came in, it was just like, forget Iris, me and Iris are just friends. And now I'm all on Andrina. He was having a conversation with us in the bedroom, and he'll be like before we go out for night, we're getting dressed. And before we go out to have our conversations, he told me and Pep, like, oh, I'm going to talk to her the longest today so nobody else can talk to her. And
but here's my thing, right? It sounds like he did kind of explore, right? He talked to Huda, Iris, and now Adriana. So what's the issue? What is the issue? If y'all was so locked in the way y'all claim to have already been locked in and y'all, couples or whatever the case may be, why does it matter if he talks to Adriana for as long as he did? I don't understand that. Because my thing is, if he's building a strong connection with her and she doesn't have a problem with that, then that's on y'all. That's on y'all. So because of that, y'all decided to kick him out. It's giving very much y'all felt like he was in y'all way. In y'all way for what exactly? I don't know, because y'all was never folding. Because let's be honest, Taylor, you didn't want Olandria, and I doubt that you wanted Andrina because I highly doubt that she wanted you. I'm just saying, okay? We already know that you was going to be stuck on Shelly because that was your plan from the very beginning to spin the block back on Shelly. So I don't understand. It's still not clocking to me. It's not clocking to me like Justin Bieber would say. But go ahead, finish saying it.
he had just met her the day before, so just like he's going right back down that hole he did with Huda that we tried to save him from and tell him to explore, and then he's doing it right again. He told us, y'all get mad when I don't hoop, but then now y'all mad when I'm hooping. I'm just like, it's not that you're hooping, it's like the way you hoop. Like, you can.
But why y'all so invested on how he's hooping? Now, this is the question that I wanted Austin to ask Ace, okay? Why does it matter to you how Jeremiah decides to court these women or build these connections with these women? It doesn't matter. Like, he's still exploring just like the rest of y'all. So why are you so focused on how he's doing it? Okay? I thought the issue was how he was behaving with Huda. Now he's not with Huda anymore, and y'all still got the issue. That's why we all sit here confused. Like, why are you so invested in what Jeremiah got going on?
You can go and explore and talk to everyone, but it's like the way you're doing. Like, you're being possessive. She just got here literally last night, and now you want to talk to her so nobody else get to talk to her. And it's like me and Andrina, we were having a conversation in the kitchen, and he was, walking in front of us, walking behind us. Like the whole time me and her was having a conversation, and it wasn't even a real conversation. We just ended up sitting next to each other in the kitchen, and we just ended up talking to each other because we were sitting next to each other. So it wasn't like a deep conversation. It was just like oh, where you from? Like, what do you do? Type of deal. And as soon as we got done with that conversation, like he walked straight to her, started making handshakes with her, and I'm just like, like we keep telling you, Jamal, like chill out on her, like don't be all possessive and wanting to like talk to her 24/7. And Drino even said it like, he's all over me, like he's not giving my space type of deal. When she came into the house, I think Pepe wanted to talk to her. Nick wanted to have a conversation with her.
Um, I want to believe this. I do. Okay, but when she went to go talk to Pepe, Pepe didn't want to talk to her. So how does that make sense? She literally tried to talk to Pepe, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good with Grayson," even though he wasn't really good with Grayson. Because we already know that she's not his type. We know he has a type. Pepe definitely has a type. So that's already off putting. But also, I do believe that Jeremiah was possessive because we saw how he was with Huda. As much as y'all don't want to believe it, that man was just as possessive over Huda as she was over him, okay? So I do believe that, and I do believe that he was hovering, and it probably made the men feel uncomfortable, so they felt as though they had to get him out. Where Jeremiah messed up to me is that he didn't really build any friendships or bonds with the men, knowing that eventually they were going to have some sort of power to go ahead and vote for who was going to get dumped from the island. So even though this is not Friends Island, you still have to have some type of connection or bond with your cast members in order to stay in the villa. Because if not, they will vote your ass out, okay? Which is why we still don't understand why Huda stayed as long as she did after the way she treated everybody in that daggone villa. Child, go ahead and finish saying what you got to say, Taylor, so we can move on.
It was like nobody's able to have a conversation with her because you on her 24/7, and she just got here last night, and he just wasn't getting that understanding. And it's just like, okay, out of Jeremiah, Pepe, and Austin, Pepe, the real strong connection. Austin has explored everything possible that's came his way, no matter if it's his type or not. He's still trying to explore it. So really, Ace wasn't even the one that really like.
So basically, they kept Austin so that Austin could eventually find him somebody in the Dagon Villa, and Austin found nobody in the Dagon Villa. So instead of having Jeremiah there with a potential person like Andrina, they decided that it was best to get him out so that Dagon Austin could stick around and maybe, hopefully, find somebody. Sounds crazy. It sounds absolutely crazy. It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, it just does not make sense. And I don't care how they try to make it seem. They were intimidated by Jeremiah, and I don't even understand why, because like the girls that Jeremiah wanted, I don't think wanted them. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to what Chris had to say about, why he didn't carry Huda across the waters.
There were specific reasons as to why you did not carry her through the water.
Yeah.
What are those reasons?
So to me, I don't know. I don't think they aired it, but like how the date went, she was like, "I don't like this about you. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this." So it kind of put me in like a mental state of, "Do you not like me at all?" Like,
Okay.
and then that's why I was like, when she brought.
Chris, she did not like you at all. Huda did not like you at all, and I can tell, and I'm sure a lot of us can tell that she did not like you at all. The simple fact that she would not kiss you in public lets us know that she did not like you at all. But here's my thing: why is production protecting Huda so much? Because if she was going in on him like that, saying all the things that she didn't like about him, why they didn't air that? Why they didn't put the pieces together? Because it's given very much so they wanted him to look like a villain. Child, go ahead, Chris. Finish telling your story.
Up like, I think we should be friends. I was like, I was just waiting for you to say it because she was literally telling me all the things that she didn't like, and me not carrying her. I think it was the way she kind of asked me that kind of threw me. It's like, are you gonna carry me or are you gonna make me walk? I'm like, okay, first of all, like, I didn't really like how you just asked me. I came back wanting to help you down and like walk with you as a gentleman should. I just didn't want to give her that treatment of, okay, you still think like you can still get like that princess treatment out of me. Like once we establish what we are, which is friends now, I'm not gonna treat you as like you're my woman and hold you like that. Like that.
And honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because Chris did come back and he did offer to help her through the water, and she didn't want it. She kind of like demanded, like almost, are you going to carry me or you going to make me walk type of situation? And he was like, well, you know what? Let's walk. And she didn't want to hold his hand. She didn't want to walk with him. So she had to take off them shoes and walk through that little water by herself. I don't think Chris was wrong. I do think it was a little bit petty, okay? Because he was in his feelings. Like he did say he did feel some type of way about it. That's why he walked off initially. But he came back because he thought about it like, you know what? I ain't going to leave her high and dry like that. So I'm going to go ahead and help her. But then she gave him like a, you going to help me? You going to carry carry me or not? And he's like, well, you're not my girl. I don't need to carry you. So therefore, you going to take this hand or you going to walk back by yourself. See, that's the thing. Huda does this thing where she plays victim and she makes you feel bad for her, not realizing that, girl, you're the cause of your own issues. You're the cause of your own problems. If you don't like that man and you don't want to be with that man, then that man does not have to carry you across the waters. He offered to help you like a gentleman, and you didn't want that. So there you go, holding your shoes, walking across the water. It is what it is. Go ahead, Chris. Finish saying what you got to say.
That's just how I move, you know what I mean? Like I went up to her, I came back to make sure she was cool, like why are you crying, stuff like that. We talked about it a little bit. And I held my hand out for her to help her down so we could walk together. She didn't want that.
There were specific.
So there you have it. There you have it. That is why Chris did not carry Huda across the water. I ain't mad at it because I want to carry her across the water either. He was gentleman enough to hold her hand, but the thing that's bothering me the most about the whole internet in whole is that they're trying to villainize the wrong people, and everybody that they villainizing comes at the hand of Huda. Have y'all not noticed that? Every time someone becomes the villain, it's at the hands of Huda. Shelly, Alandria, and Chris. Okay? And I wonder why Nick isn't the villain when it comes to Huda. And he's the one that's been very vocal about how he wanted her out the villa from the very freaking beginning. I wonder why that is. Y'all let me know why y'all think that is down in the comments. But anyway, I wanted to come bring y'all those two clips so we can get the conversation started down in the comments. Go ahead and let me know what you think about both of those clips. Did Taylor make any sense? Because I don't think he made any sense. Do you think Chris did what was right? Because I definitely think he did what was right. But anyway, y'all, let me know down below. Go ahead, like the video. Make sure you are subscribed so you'll be here for all the other updates that's coming. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.